All right, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to our channel, Sneakers by Funko. Today's video has a little bit more of a serious tone about a conversation that we should be having in our community, right? I've only been collecting Funkos since around spring break of this year. I don't know how many months that is. I didn't think about it before I shot the video, but not very long, obviously, less than a year. And when I get into something, I like to dive in, learn as much as I can about it. And then there's always, like, I guess you could call it the dark side of collectibles, right? Whether it's sneakers or toys. Back in the day, it was baseball cards, Pokemon cards. But this is a conversation that I believe we need to have and help educate ourselves, especially if you're like a really dedicated Funko Pop collector. You spent a lot of money because some of these pops can be so expensive, right? And as your collection grows, you invest a lot of your hard money into these Funko Pops, right? So if you're staring at this pop right here, this is the focus of the video today. So I want to give you a quick background about this pop, right? Because a lot of you are probably going like, wow, what a great pop. Or maybe you're thinking that's an overrated pop. I don't know, right? What your opinion is. What I do know is that this is a very rare pop and like gets a lot of money like on eBay or whatever market that you buy your Funko Pops on. I mean, I've seen them go up to like asking for like $3,000, which is an insane amount of money for a toy, right? But some people who are fortunate to have that kind of money or were fortunate to get this pop when it first released back in, I believe, 2011, are fortunate to have this pop and have a certain appreciation for it. But this also is a focus of a conversation we need to have, right? And that's about fake Funko Pops being made in China, being brought to the United States, and people buying them whether they know it or not, right? I don't know what your opinions are. Maybe you can comment down below whether you think it's horrible for people to buy fake Funko Pops, if it just kind of creates an ongoing problem for everybody who wants legitimate Funko Pops, who works hard to buy them when they can't get them themselves, right? They have to pay the resale value. So let me know, right? That's just an ongoing conversation for many kinds of collectibles, right? But this is something new to me, right? So I've been doing a lot of research about fake Funko Pops, and just so you know, like some of the big markets out there are like AliExpress, DHgate. I believe there's like a pop, something pop, I don't know, like Pop World or something like that. And they sell, like, you could tell that they sell fake Funko Pops, right? They're not real. They're not authorized by Funko. But this one I had to buy, right? Because one, it's a cute pop. The other thing is that it's flocked, and I love flocked pops. It's one of my favorite things. Metallic pops, flocked pops, glow in the dark, anything that makes it look unique, I really love, right? That's just kind of my attraction, or what draws me to a Funko Pop is it unique, right? And other things, but I won't go off on that tangent, right? So let me give you a quick history on this pop right here. So I bought this on Mercari, and the guy did not try to sell it as an authentic Funko Pop. What he did say though, and this is new, is that this is a scrapped pop, right? So basically what he's saying was that, in the description was that there are some Funko Pops that don't pass the quality control in the factory, right? And so they get tossed. They never make it to the shelves, right? Or they never make it to whatever store they're going to. They're just thrown away. And so people at these factories, they keep them and sell them like on a different market, right? I don't know how they get them. I don't know how, I don't know the facts about that, right? So I want to know, I need to know, right? And please help us all. I think this would be a great conversation to have. If you could create a video, you could drop that link in my comment section. I believe you could do that on YouTube. If not, then, well, let me know how we can do that, right? So this gentleman, this guy that I bought it from, so I didn't care what it was, right? I thought it was super cute. By the way, this is an amazing looking pop, right? You buy some of the fake ones and they just look horrible. The paint is just off. The color of the face or something is just way off. So whatever this is, I got to give credit to whoever made it or created it, that it's an amazing pop. I mean, if I didn't know better, if I was a brand new pop collector today, and for some reason I was just had a lot of money, which I don't, then I would believe that this was real, right? It was legit, 100% legit. Right now, I don't know. It's a mystery. So my question to you all out there, all you pop collectors out there on YouTube and Instagram, what do you know about scrap pop? So there was one conversation thread that I found, and they seemed like there were pop collectors in that thread that kind of knew what they were talking about, and they said that scrap pops are a legitimate thing, right? So number one question out there is, are scrap pops a legitimate thing, right? Because if they're getting thrown out for quality control, I can show you a couple of legitimate pops that I bought from like Hot Topic or like GameStop or Target or Walgreens or something, or Walmart, and the paint is off, right? Or something's off about it, right? They don't come perfect. So is there even quality control out there, right? Who knows? If maybe you're involved with Funko, maybe you have somebody who knows something about Funko, but please let us know, right? Please let us know, because I think this is a conversation that we need to have so that we can help protect each other, right? Part of it too is that I'm an educator, right? So that's what I do for a living. I educate young people, and so I care. And so I like providing education. Come on in. So my wife's coming in the door right now, so while I'm shooting this video, but whatever. So please let me know, right? I like education. I like educating people. I like educating myself, and I like educating other people. And so I just need to know, are there such things as scrap pops, right? And so I'm looking at this, and I'll do a close-up of it later too, right? So there's also a claim that on old vaulted flock pops, you can't see like the factory stamp on it. They didn't do that. So I don't know if that's true either. I don't have an old flock pop. The only flock pop I have is a newer one. It's a Ducky from Toy Story 4. So I don't know if that's true. But as I was looking at this, right, you can faintly see a stamp on this, right? And so the guy also claims that this was not just a custom, right? Somebody didn't just flock this because, and I have to believe it, because I'm looking at this, right? And I've only been collecting since spring break of this year, not very long, but I've seen some really amazing pops, and I've seen some pops that I'm like, that's not very good pop. And so I'm looking at this, and this looks amazing, right? I would not think, like if I just had bought this and he had not said anything, and it had like, if he claimed it was legit and it was like, up for like, $2,000 or something, I would have believed it. I would have bought it for probably $2,000 if I had that money and I could just use that money to buy a little toy, right? Because it's that good. I mean, this is a really nice pop, right? So the second question would be, if there is such a thing as a scrap pop, right? How do we value it, right? What do we do? Do we need to contact, the pop price guide? Do we need to contact somebody who might be connected with Funko to help us understand? Maybe they're just gonna tell us to just stay away. Maybe that's what we should do anyway. Like if you're not sure, if you're not 100% sure that it's legit from a legitimate seller, or you didn't buy it from a store, then we should just stay away and not ever have that conversation. Or should we, right? In the sneaker collecting world, there are shoes called UAs, unauthorized releases, meaning that the shoe was created in the same factories that make like Jordans or Kanye West's shoe, Yeezys, and they just use the same molds, right? But they're not authorized by Adidas or Nike or Jordan brand to make those shoes and sell them, right? It's called the unauthorized. And on first look, if you examined it, they would look 100% legitimate, right? Also, Nike, like if you go to a factory store, they sell B grade shoes. So like something that was messed up, maybe just like a slight smudge, for whatever reason it didn't pass quality control, and they still sell it at a discount, right? So is that true about Funko Pops too, right? So I don't know. Help me understand. And then I'll give you a close-up look of this pop. The box, he did say, was a custom-made box, right? This is not the original release box from wherever this made. It's like D23. I don't even know what D23 is. Honestly, you guys know, if you watch my previous videos, I love cute pops. And so that's why I bought this, and I was like, you know what, this is amazing. I got it for pretty cheap. I didn't spend very much money on it, but it looks great. I mean, I'm gonna put it in my case. I'm gonna display it because it's just so awesome, right? And you know, my family members, they're not really into this, so they're not gonna like criticize me for having this in my collection. They're probably gonna look at it and say, oh, that's a very cute pop too. My son's gonna love it too. So anyway, let me know, and I'm gonna give a close-up on this. I'm gonna put it on my little, you know, turntable, let you guys take a look at it, examine the colors, right? He said that sometimes it's the color that's off, and that's why it doesn't pass quality control. It doesn't have to be exactly like a flaw, like something, a paint chip or something. It could just be that maybe the first runs, right, of the paint, they're like, nah, that's not good. And so they made maybe like 10 or 15 or maybe 100 or 150, who knows, right? That were just like way off, and right? And then when people came in who were in charge and looked at the first run of them, probably were like, you know what, no, that color is off. Let's change the color of this, or let's change the color of that. That sounds like a good story to me. I don't know, man. Like, call me a fool, I don't know. But that sounds like a legitimate story to me. I could see that kind of happening, right? And then like, where do those things go, right? Especially if they're in China and they don't have the type of supervision that maybe they have, the standards of supervision in China that they might have here in the US. I don't know. And maybe instead of people are like, yeah, sure, I'm gonna throw these out, but really they're bagging them and, you know, selling them on a resale market, right? And maybe you just have to have a connection. I'll tell you this too. I looked as hard as I could. Like, I legitimately looked for like 2 or 3 days, like on every site. I went to AliExpress, I went to DHgate, I went to like the Pop World site that I was talking about. Couldn't find this flock one. I found the bobblehead one, and I found the non-bobblehead one, but I did not find this one, this flock one. So let me know. I don't know, maybe you just don't care. Maybe it's not a big deal for our community. Like I said, number one, I just have a caring heart. Number two, I'm an educator, and so I like to educate people and just let them know, right? Let them be safe, because there are a lot of people. I'm fortunate, you know, I do okay, and you know, I do okay, and so, but I know there's a lot of people out there who save up, you know, for a long time, and you know, it would just be horrible for them to see them throw their money away on something that they don't know. Or at least, you know, yeah, you know, I mean, I think you should just know what you're buying, right? Like, I knew that this was not from the store. It wasn't released. It never made it to the Disney store or whatever it was that was opening up. This never hit shelves, right? This was just some pop that was made somewhere by someone, and we don't know who, right? So anyway, let me know. You know, I wish this was a more fun kind of video, but you know what? Sometimes we got to get a little serious and just kind of talk about